Okay, let's begin. Taylor, if you would, give us your thoughts on the win.
I mean, I came out really just feeling good, ready to play. I think in a lot of my previous quarterfinals, I've come out like a little bit uh, like nervous, but today I just felt really like good from the start, ready to go. I think maybe got more nervous as the match went on because I felt like he was playing points a little bit tight. It almost caused me to play a little bit tight too, but I mean, I came up with a lot of serves when I needed them, and played some big points well, and super pumped to make it into my first semi.
Thank you. Name and affiliation. One question each, please, so I can get to as many people as I can in the room. Howard, start us off.
Taylor, Howard Fenderich with the Associated Press. Do you know why you came out with that different feeling you just described? What made today any different from the past quarterfinals? And at the end, you seemed rather emotional, understandably. What will be the key to, if you need to bring down the emotion a little and get ready to play another match?
I mean, the emotional level's down. It's cool. I'm in the semis, but I very much have the mindset of the job's not done, and I keep taking it one match at a time, like I've been all tournament, and focus on the next match ahead of me. And I'd say I think the way I came out today was different because I just been in this situation enough times, and I think a question I got asked pretty much every time I lost in my quarterfinals was, what's it going to take to go further? And the answer I gave was always just keep putting myself in these situations, and I'll become more comfortable in these situations and get better. And that's definitely what happened now. The quarterfinals didn't feel like, I don't know, this big thing to me like it has been, I guess, in the past. It just felt like another tournament.
Matt.
Hi, Taylor. Matt Futter with The Athletic. Do you remember what was going through your head at, what was it, 5-3 in the tiebreaker?
5-3.
Well, I mean, just the last couple points, and sort of like when you're getting so close to that finish line, and what you're thinking when you just have to play a few more good points.
I mean, I was just in this specific moment, I was just trying to tell myself not to give him anything for free, because neither one of us, I guess, were like having a lot of success attacking. It was obviously very just tight tennis. So I just wanted to focus on serving well, putting a lot of balls in the court, and not bail out and look for a free point. Almost kind of what I did at, I think, 5-2 on my serve. I think I just looked to pull a forehand on the first ball, which was fine. But when you're a little nervy, I guess it's not as easy to make those shots that might, I guess, be a lot easier when you're feeling good. So I was just telling myself to be super just consistent and disciplined on the points.
Eva.
Congrats, Taylor. Eva Walls from the Washington Post. You've obviously played Alex a million times in your career. It must be difficult to come up with kind of new tactics and everything, but what was the approach you wanted to take into today?
I think, not too much changes, because at the end of the day, the points from the ground are only a little part of the match when serving is such a big thing between both of us. Most of the time he's going to be getting a lot of free points on his serve, and I'm going to be getting a lot of free points on my serve. One adjustment I had to make mid-match was he started returning my slice serves a lot better. So then I started having to mix up my serves. He was able to break me in the second set because he got onto that serve and hit some good returns. So that I had to mix up the serve a bit more than I was before, and then maybe I have in the past. But I think one thing that both of us do to each other quite well is both of us always expect the other person, when they get around with a forehand, to attack to the other person's forehand, pull one inside in or pull across. And both of us have a lot of success when we attack with the forehand inside out or line. And I think that's something that I went to a lot early, because he is always expecting me to be aggressive to his forehand. But yeah, I was able to get him a lot of times with forehand inside outs and forehand lines, and he did the same to me on some big points.
In the middle.
Dan Matthews, Daily Mail. I know you said, well, Mike was just in here saying that he didn't really talk to you about the kind of getting to the number of quarterfinals and not making that step because he didn't want to be negative. And I just wondered, you said it was a big thing for you in the past. Did you do anything in particular to kind of address that, or how did that affect you, you know, on a day-to-day basis going into games?
Like I said, it's just like being in the quarterfinals several times, being in the situation over and over again. It makes it not, I guess, such a big deal. You know, when you know, some of these, I guess, you know, top players, someone like Novak, the quarterfinals is the same as holds the same weight as like the second round, the third round, whatever. It's just common. You're used to it. So, I mean, just being in quarterfinals, it's made the whole, I guess, like moment of, wow, I'm deep in a slam become a lot more, I guess, dull of a feeling. So I can just treat it like, you know, treat it much more like any other match.
Richard.
Congrats, Taylor. I'm just wondering, you've been the lead guy in this group of Americans for a long time now, and you watched Francis and Tommy get to semis, and I'm just wondering, was that not easy, and where was your belief during that whole stretch?
I was always happy for them. I think, like, honestly, like, pumped for them. I think the mental coping that I was doing for it was, well, every time I was in the quarters, I played Djokovic. And I think that was my, like, way to just, like, protect my ego. But then I got a look at Wimbledon where I didn't play Novak in a quarter. I guess my 3 quarters before were Novak, and Rafa. And so then I got one where I played Musetti, and, you know, he outplayed me and I lost. And I think that's when I was like, okay, well, maybe I can't, maybe it's that excuse doesn't quite work out anymore. But no, it was always genuinely, like, just really happy for my friends to see them have big success. And if anything, it always gave me the confidence that I can do it too.
Baldo, final question.
Baldo Scanagatta, ubtennis.com. Congratulations first. Yannick Sinner became #1 in the world because also he won 14 tiebreakers of the last 15. And you won 2 tiebreakers today, 7-3, 7-3. That means that you are playing, both of you, the most important points in a very solid way. Is that the real development of your game, I mean, compared to the past years?
I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily playing the important points well, because, I mean, in that first set, I had triple set point returning to not go to a tiebreaker, and I didn't convert on any of them. So it's tricky. I mean, getting through breakers, winning breakers, especially when you're a big server and you're gonna find yourself in a lot of breakers, it makes a massive difference. And, you know, you'd be shocked at how good a player can become when they just win an extra 1 or 2 big points here and there. And yeah, I mean, I'm sometimes when I'm playing well, I'm coming through in those moments, and sometimes when I'm playing poorly, I'm not coming through in those moments. You know, in Montreal and Cincinnati, I was very poor converting some big points, played some big points very bad. I lost early in both those tournaments, and that's what happens, and sometimes that makes the difference. But it's something that I've done a really good job of this year.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Wait,
Thank
can
you.
we ask about the next match before he goes? There's been that one question looking ahead to the semifinal. I mean, is there time to do it or no?
Just one question.
Taylor, obviously, the match has yet to take place. Tiafoe versus Dimitrov. What are your thoughts first about Dimitrov, and then if it's Francis, what are your expectations for that one?
Yeah, I don't know if it's Grigor. Obviously, I'll have the crowd on my side for sure, and it'll be an interesting matchup. We know we've played a good amount, and I think I've played a lot of people in this tournament so far that have good preparation for playing Grigor. Someone who's like slicing a lot of backhands and playing it short. I've played a lot of guys. The first 3 guys I played are all slicing backhands. So I don't know. That could be an interesting one. Obviously, he's a very good player, and when he's on, he's very, very on. He's very good. And Foe, I mean, if it's Foe, that's gonna be a lot of fun, and that's gonna be just electric. And yeah, I think that would be awesome for the fans as well, to be guaranteed that one of us is gonna be going to the finals.
Thank you, Taylor.